Hi, I'm Brenda from the Avant Garden Shop, and welcome to another episode of The Garden Gate. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about different metals that you can have in the garden. This is a beautiful copper panel which is made by an artist from Kingston. Her name's Marianne Maple, and it's pure copper with enamel, and she actually heats it on the bottom to melt the enamel and then get these different textures within the metal. Copper is great outside because it just ages, turns a little bit darker, a little bit green. Different metals like this piece here, which kind of reminds me of our cameraman, is a metal piece that if it's outside it probably would start to rust. It needs to have some trim clad put onto it because it's just a steel product. It's not protected at all. I also have brass pieces like brass thermometers, and this type of metal will darken with age. It won't rust, but it will darken, and I can actually show you. I have one that I've had at my house for a little while, and it's actually aged quite a bit, so it's gotten a fair bit darker. Still looks great, still works fine, but it does change color. There are also some night lights here which are made from copper as well. These are pure copper, same as the little plaques. But you can also get metals that are or coppers that are a copper plate, more like this cardinal that I have over here. And the rain chain that I have behind me is also made out of copper. It's a thin copper. So this is copper plate, and then this is a thin copper. So lots of different metals that you can look for when you're actually putting things in your garden, and things to be aware of when you're actually in the garden or buying products for in the garden. So join me in the second segment and we'll talk a little bit more about other things that you can have in the garden, other types of metals, and how they'll age in your garden. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the Garden Gate. I'm Brenda from the Avant Garden Shop, and we're talking about different metals that you can have out in the garden. And this is a lovely bird bath that we have. It's a Canadian-made piece, and the arm is made from a steel. It's rusted already, like it's made to look like it's rusted, so it will continue to rust. And then the bowl is made from brass, so that will also get darker. So very durable. If you have something like this outside, it'll last forever. It's a really nice piece, and Canadian-made. You can also get something like this bird feeder. Now that looks like copper, but again, it's just a copper plating, so it's not real copper. It's got a bit of a coating on it, so it probably won't change much besides getting darker. So just all something to think about when you're purchasing things. Cast iron and regular metal that's made in China, it deteriorates very quickly. So it's better to invest a little bit extra money and get some quality items. I hope you'll join us next time on the Garden Gate, and we'll see you then.
The Garden Gate is brought to you by the Avant Garden Shop, your destination for gardening accessories and backyard birding supplies.